These are instructions for using the Hemopurifier setup for small-scale tests. These are the basic pieces that you're going to be sent. This is the pump. This is the Hemopurifier, complete with the tubing set. They'll be glued together. This is the sample tube and the sampling syringe. Okay, the sampling syringe. Okay, so in order to set up the apparatus, these two plastic pieces with the notches fit into the notches of the metal holder. The Hemopurifier always goes into the top metal holder, marked out. So you just hook in the slot there, put the tubing around the pump, and that locks in the slot. And then you can snap that down. Next, we take our sample holder. It will always have two ports in it, one silver, one yellow. In order to start the experiment, we need to load our sample. If this is our sample in a 10 cc syringe, this is approximately 10 cc's of sample. We load this into the silver port. Load it slowly, and you'll see it fill up the sample container. Make sure to fill it slowly because something might pop if you push this too hard. The sample also must be loaded into the silver inlet, because if you pump it into this one, the sample will come out of the silver inlet. So you have to put the sample into the silver inlet. Once the sample is in there, you can attach the tubing set. The side coming out of the Hemopurifier with the sampling port goes into the yellow, and the side coming out of the sample into the pump goes into the silver. Make sure those are down tight. And there's the setup. Always run this on the fast setting, all the way up at 10. This is the way it'll be sent, just leave it that way. And always run it forward, never in reverse. So we turn it on forward, it'll start drawing the fluid up. And this runs currently at about 1.5 mils a minute, and that's where we'd like it to stay. The entire system holds about 1.2 mils of sample, so the minimum amount that you can use in this particular circuit is about 1.5 mils. The most you can use with the sample container that we're sending is about 10 mils. I wouldn't use any more than 10. Currently the switch on the sample port is set to off for the sample port, so the fluid is flowing straight through back into the tube and you can watch it drip. Now if you want to take a sample during the experiment, you take your 1 cc syringe, you put it into here, you let it keep running, and you turn the off to down, and you allow the pressure to push the fluid into the syringe. And then as soon as you've got your sample, you can read on the outside. Right now I've got about half a mil. Turn it back to off the sampling port. Remove the sample. Put it into a tube. And keep running the experiment. Alright, this is an explanation of how the cartridge works in Starling Flow. This is the cartridge. Inside of it are individual fibers that have small pores with which the Ebola can move out of the fibers and into the matrix on the outside of the fibers, and then move along the length of the fiber and back into the flow. The matrix is a C light that is covalently coupled to a lectin GNA that has been shown to bind Ebola and a number of other Class A pathogens. Duffin. My name is Paul Duffin. If you want to contact me, my phone number is area code 858-459-7800. I'm extension 306. Or you can email me at paul@athlonmedical.com.